Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the High Definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for July 8th, 2014. I'm Khadijah Swilbert.
And I'm Angel Norris. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University has selected the book Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury as the common reader for all incoming freshmen. But this year, the reader will expand beyond the borders of Troy University. Courtney Chandler explains.
Troy University has received a grant to promote a program designed to revitalize the role of reading in American culture.
Big Read is something we're really excited about. It is a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts, and it is designed to spread the love of reading and to get people to engage in reading.
The Big Read program exposes citizens to great works of literature and promotes reading for pleasure and enrichment. Troy University were the only Big Read awarded in the state of Alabama in this upcoming cycle.
The time was coming up to apply for a grant. Didn't we want to think about doing it? Well, since our QEP here at the university has been engaged reading, it was the perfect time to apply. So we got all of our ducks in a row and filled out the application and brainstormed on some activities we could maybe sponsor, sent it in to the NEA, and we got it.
And this year's book is Fahrenheit 451.
It is all about the concept of reading and the ideas found in books. And in Fahrenheit 451, the main character is a fireman. Except unlike what we know as firemen, his job was to burn houses rather than to put out fires.
Right.
They started fires, and they started fires in houses that contained books.
Wow.
They were against the law to have a book.
Courtney Chandler, Troy TrojanVision News.
Even though Fahrenheit 451 is intended to be used by the university throughout the year, the Big Read activities are only planned throughout the fall semester.
Incoming freshmen get to know about their new home throughout the summer at Impact Orientation. However, during the sessions, the students are able to get their first taste of where they will be studying thanks to the departmental tours. Mitchell Spoon shows us.
During the Impact sessions in the summer, incoming freshmen had the opportunity to tour the university and become more familiar with the campus. For students who have an interest in journalism or communication, they get the chance to see what Wallace Hall has in store for them.
Showing all of our toys here, if you will, showing the studio, showing the newspaper and the yearbook, what opportunities that these students have when they come to Troy in August. They're saying, yeah, this is where I want to be, and I'm so glad that I'm here.
The tour of Wallace Hall is more than just showing off these toys. It's also an opportunity to get familiar with where they could spend the next 4 years of their college life.
For the students coming down here to the journalism department is very helpful for them, so they know exactly where to come to ask their advisor questions. They get to know exactly where their classes will be, and it'll also help them get prepared and know what they'll need to do after graduation.
As with any tour, they come with tour guides. For Wallace Hall, 2 guides are Dr. Spurlock and Aaron Taylor. According to Freeman, meeting these people gives students a sense of encouragement to get involved once they get on campus.
Meeting these professors such as Dr. Spurlock and Aaron Taylor are letting these students know that, hey, I do have someone that wants me to be down here just as much as I want to be down here, and I can come to them and ask them professional questions and know that I'm getting a valid answer.
One student in particular said she was very grateful for the tour and everything that she was introduced to.
To know that I can come to TVNN and just be a volunteer and get all of my experience that I need for me to go out in the real world and do this as a job is very helpful.
While Impact is a requirement of all incoming freshmen, the tour gives them a lot of information that will be useful while they're at Troy.
It's a great opportunity for them to get involved in Impact. It's required, but for 2 days, they're getting a lot of information, and they're seeing a lot of stuff, and we're just happy that they're here.
Mitchell Spoon, Troy TrojanVision News.
Impact Orientation will wrap up next Tuesday.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, in Montgomery, federal labor officials have issued safety violations to a construction company after 2 men working on a Montgomery freeway overpass fell to their deaths. Two workers fell about 90 feet from the overpass in January. Labor officials say the company also exposed workers to fall hazards and failed to inspect employee fall protection systems before use.
In Columbiana, a man accused of holding 5 girls at gunpoint in a school locker room last year has been committed to a state mental institution by a judge. Prosecutors and defense attorneys agreed to the deal after an assessment found Sims suffered from paranoid schizophrenia. Sims had been charged with kidnapping after the February 2013 incident at Chelsea Middle School in Chelsea County. The girls were held in a locker room for about 20 minutes and the school was placed on lockdown, but nobody was harmed.
And also coming out of Montgomery, an 11th person is planning to plead guilty in a dogfight investigation that stretched from Texas to Georgia. Edward Duckworth of suburban Atlanta filed court papers Monday in Montgomery saying he wants to plead guilty. A federal judge is scheduled to take his plea Wednesday. 10 other defendants from Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and Texas have already pleaded guilty and are scheduled for sentencing in August.